News at 10. First, the highlights. Lagos State Governor, Minister of Education inaugurates 550-seat auditorium at Lasu Ekpe campus. Abia State secures $750 million World Bank renewable energy support. On the foreign scene, United States announces new round of sanctions targeting members of International Criminal Court. And in sport, Bayelsa State government ready to host 2028 Sports Festival. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Minister of Education Tunji Alausa and Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu have inaugurated the newly constructed 550-capacity Olatunji Bello Auditorium, a state-of-the-art facility at the Lagos State University LASU Ekpe campus. The auditorium was constructed and donated to LASU by a four-time commissioner in Lagos and former secretary to the state government, Olatunji Bello, in honor of the 60th birthday celebrated 4 years ago through donations from his friends and close associates. The auditorium, the Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, who thanked the donor, said the Tunji Bello Hall will stand as a catalyst for educational transformation, research, technological advancement and students' welfare, in line with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, pledged to support the Ekpe and Ojo campuses with 5 kVA mini-grid to solve power problem. On his part, Governor Sanwo-Olu, who reiterated his administration's commitment to quality public education, said the building is not just about bricks and mortars, but a legacy of vision, sacrifice, generosity, and education advancement to millions of young minds now and in future.
As a government, we have consistently emphasized education is a critical pillar of our development agenda. Under the education and technology component of our Teams Plus agenda, we remain resolute in our commitment to providing world-class infrastructure and opportunities that will provide globally competitive graduates and students that will continue to make Lagos a center of excellence.
Speaking on the rationale behind the project, the donor, Olatunji Bello, who is the Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, said it was in appreciation to God and Lagos State for the opportunity to serve in many capacities as a public office holder. He promised that the auditorium would be maintained by a private organization for the next 1 year, while students will have access to free internet service within the hall.
But our faith never went out. The toughest moment being in 2003, then in 2024, when the Naira went down and inflation offset all previous calculations. It meant that the costs were almost tripled. At the point of buying finishing materials, continue, I had to sell property in Google Estate. Keep the workers to the side.
Earlier in an address of welcome, the Vice Chancellor of LASU, Ibiyemi Tunji Bello, appreciated her spouse for the huge investment, described the edifice as a classical example of individual corporate social responsibility, and urged other well-meaning Nigerians to emulate such for rapid development in the education sector.
Let us clearly understand that a building in LASU is not merely a structure, it is a legacy, a gift to future. Any donation you make will bear your name and stand as an enduring testament to your commitment to educational excellence.
The event was attended by dignitaries including members of the House of Representatives from Ekpe Division, traditional rulers, students, political stalwarts, friends and associates of the donor, as well as a former governor of Ogun State, Olusegun Oshoba. Meanwhile, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has expressed his satisfaction with the ongoing construction work at the middle-level food hub in Ajah. Governor Sanwo-Olu stated this after inspecting the facility, which is a replica of the food hub in Idioro, Mushin. The governor said the idea is to boost food sufficiency all year round in the state. Governor Sanwo-Olu said his administration is committed to enhancing agriculture through investments and partnership with other states to ensure Lagosians enjoy reduction of prices in the food value chain.
So you can imagine fresh, food items. I mean, fresh vegetables and fresh meat and everything coming in here. This entire axis of Ajah, Shangote Edo, up onto Lekki Phase 1, Phase 2, they all can come in here and the ambience you've seen and take all of that. And so it's part of the food security solution of Lagos that we talked about, and these are the investments that we're making. By this time next year, by the grace of God, you will see that all of them will begin to tie in.
The Ajah Food Hub, which is near completion, is expected to be inaugurated before the end of this year. In commemoration of the 25th anniversary of the National Women Conference and the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, CALSO, has organized an empowerment program for widows and their children across the state. In a welcome address, wife of the governor and chairman of CALSO, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, stated that the Arise and Shine Widows and Children program is in line with the Sustainable Development Growth SDG. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu noted that the difficulty and emotional challenges faced by widows are as a result of losing their loved ones, which can better be imagined than experienced, highlighting that the program is in line with Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration's commitment to implement various initiatives through the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation to provide emotional support, financial support for the widows to live normal lives.
This time we decided we should give back to the society to mark it in a grand way and touch more lives. This is just phase 1 of this empowerment for the widows. I'm sure the group has decided that they're going to have a phase 2. Because of time's constraint, and we're going to have our event anniversary in October by the grace of God. After the anniversary, they will still embark on further projects in line with the widow and children empowerment.
Mrs. Sanwo-Olu urged women and widows to take charge of their finances, make smart investments, decisions, and register their children with LASHMA through the Ilera Eco scheme in a bid for them to have access to quality healthcare services. On her part, wife of the Deputy Governor, Oluremi Hamzat, who expressed gratitude to the Lagos State Government and CALSO team for support, appreciated widows for their resilience and urged them to take charge of their lives and make life-changing decisions. Also speaking, Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Bolaji Dada, who was represented by Gbemisola Babarinde, described widows as no victims of pity, but a pillar of courage that should be empowered, supported, and celebrated. Dada noted that through the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, the Sanwo-Olu administration has consistently prioritized policies and programs that addresses the needs of widows and vulnerable groups, including free vocational programs centered around Lagos State. Abia State government has secured $750 million World Bank renewable energy support to develop regulations for the operation of the state's mini-grid. Commissioner for Information Oke Kanu announced this at Government House, Umuahia, while briefing the press on the outcome of the State Executive Council meeting presided over by Governor Alex Otti. Kanu said that the $750 million World Bank Intervention and Renewable Energy Development Program would boost the electricity sector of the state. He maintained that Abia State government is committed to boosting its power sector to attract investments and make the private sector thrive. National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has concluded its search and rescue operations following the tragic boat accident that occurred in Kujio village in Goroyo local government area of Sokoto State. The agency confirmed that 25 persons were rescued alive, 3 bodies were recovered, and 22 individuals remain unaccounted for after the wooden canoe carrying over 50 passengers capsized en route to Goroyo Market. Head of NEMA Sokoto Operations Office, Aliyu Kafindangi, said that reports of more bodies being sighted were under investigation, emphasizing the need for verified data. Now to foreign news. The United States has announced a new round of sanctions targeting members of the International Criminal Court, ICC. This is the latest instance of a pressure campaign against the court that previously issued arrest warrants for Israeli leaders over alleged war crimes in Gaza. In a statement, United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio said that 2 judges and 2 prosecutors were being added to a list of ICC members sanctioned by the administration of President Donald Trump. Rubio said the court is a national security threat that has been an instrument for lawfare against the United States and its close ally, Israel. The International Criminal Court previously issued arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant for alleged war crimes and crimes against humanity. In our sport, Bayelsa State Governor Joy Diri has pledged that its administration will be ready to host the 2028 National Sports Festival, expressing commitment to completing all necessary projects to ensure a hitch-free event. Governor Diri made this commitment at Government House, Yenogwa, when the National Sports Commission team, led by its Director General, Bukola Olopade, paid him a courtesy visit. The governor stated that Bayelsa has come of age to host the festival, given the huge investment of his administration in sports infrastructure. He noted that sporting facilities had previously hindered Bayelsa from hosting the National Sports Festival, but this has been addressed through the construction of a 25-capacity stadium, which can be expanded to 35. And that is the news at 10. Just before we go, ensure the registration mark on your vehicle is clear and visible at all times. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration organized a mentorship seminar for over 1,000 youths on the theme Agripreneur Strategy for Wealth Creation? Get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, are the highlights of the major stories. Minister of Education Tunji Alausa and Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated the newly constructed 550-capacity Olatunji Bello Auditorium, a state-of-the-art facility at the Lagos State University LASU Egbe campus. Abia State government has secured $750 million World Bank renewable energy support to develop regulations for the operation of the state's mini-grid. We also told you that the United States has announced a new round of sanctions targeting members of the International Criminal Court, ICC. And in sports, Bayelsa State Governor Joye Diri has pledged that its administration will be ready to host the 2028 National Sports Festival, expressing commitment to completing all necessary projects to ensure a hitch-free event. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Adesua Ejoyoka. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.